Hey folks, if you're not in your seats, time to take them now. Let's get organized. We're 5 minutes from airtime. 5 minutes. You've been warned. FUN Aerospace Expo Innovation Preview. We've got upwards of 20-25, depending on who got through traffic, folks here to introduce the latest and greatest in aviation. We're incredibly proud to have you here. We're incredibly proud to represent the industry, and we're really pleased to see the folks that are out here, and more important, since we saw all the news in advance, this stuff is really cool. But before we get on with it, let's talk to the Sun and Fun boss of bosses, Gene Conrad.
Do I need this? Well, good morning. My name is Gene Conrad, and I am the president and CEO of the Aerospace Center for Excellence and FUN Aerospace Expo. Welcome. It has been a long slog to get here. It's been a hard year of planning, but we are moving along. I know there's some traffic snafus, but the fog didn't help, and setting cones and getting everything ready to go, but it is flowing great right now, and I just called to check to make sure before I walked up here. But since I am the new guy, I kind of wanted to walk through and kind of give you a little bit of background about myself. So prior to coming on board with Sun and Fun and ACE, I was the airport director here at Lake and Linder International Airport for 12 years, so I'm very familiar with the event. So when my predecessor, Lights Leanhouse, stepped down, it was kind of a natural fit for myself. I was also born in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and my father ran the airport there when I was a kid, and I volunteered up there for the last 34 years. So coming down here to run the airport, and then coming over here on the south side to run Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo and ACE is just a natural fit for me. But just wanted to get into what we have going on for the 49th annual Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo. This year we've been laser focused on our customer and guest experience, so a lot of new things that you're going to see out there on the field this year. Again, traffic was obviously a big thing for us. It's all fixed. As you can see the road, there's no traffic out there right now, so that's moving along. New website this year, new ticketing system. A big thing for us, especially for our flying guests, what we're calling the island. So over there in front of NOAA, where the hurricane hunters are and where seaplanes have been in the past, that is our epicenter for all of our flying guests. Out there we have food and beverage with frescoes. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day. The Pilot Welcome Center is out there. We also have tram stops. There's an island store. So everything that our camping guests, our flying guests would expect, all in one area for them to be able to move around the site easily and enjoy their time with us here at the Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo. Also enhanced air shows this year, so we really ramped up our production on what we're trying to do here this year. We hired Dennis Dunbar, who ran air shows and attractions at EAA AirVenture for 10 years, so he's been on board with us. So hopefully you're going to see you will see a lot of special things this year. Our night air shows on Wednesday and Saturday, if you're here, will be spectacular. And they've been spectacular in the past, but there's some new things and new elements that will be introduced this year. Also for us, something that's very special down at Paradise City, we have what we are calling the Sunset Aerial Circus. So on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, each evening down at the grass strip, we are going to throw it back, kind of the barnstorming days. Younkers and or Waco and their JA-50, they will introduce that today down there. We'll also have SOCOM and the paratroopers will be jumping in there. We'll have the Stoll Invitational. We'll also have some jet flybys, no aerobatics, so everything will be non-aerobatic. We also have Arrhythmia and their paramotors. They'll be putting on their show as well down there. So it should be pretty exciting for us. New overflow parking lot. Also improved Wi-Fi on the site, so we put a lot of effort into the Wi-Fi out here to make sure you all can connect. So whether it's the exhibit areas, it's manufacturers display areas, it's even the home built or the aircraft parking and camping areas, putting a lot of effort into the infrastructure to make sure people can connect here while they're here and staying with us. And also, I just wanted to highlight real quick. So the Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo is our annual fundraiser. So the parent company is the Aerospace Center for Excellence. And Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo is a subsidiary of what we do here. So our net proceeds of everything that's generated off of this event today or this week go back into all of our youth aviation educational programming here, whether it's in the Florida Air Museum, it's in Skylab here, it's in Lakeland Aero Club, our kids over at the high school, the 15 summer camps we're going to have this summer. But all of those funds, those net proceeds, go back into this region and these kids and into our programming. So we're excited about that. We're excited about you all being here. And so we have, obviously, the U.S. Navy Blue Angels is highlighting the show this year. So number 8 will be here Wednesday. The rest of the team will get here Thursday, and they will have their practice show on Thursday at 4 o'clock, and then they'll fly Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 4 as well. Also, the C5 Galaxy is coming in on Thursday, so why I'm excited about that, it's the largest aircraft that will ever land and park here at Lakeland Linder, so we're excited to have the C5 here. Also, unfortunately, the F-35C isn't here, but the F-35A, the demo team, U.S. Air Force demo team arrived yesterday. The B will be here this week with us as well, which is the short takeoff and vertical landing version of the F-35. We were hoping to get to C here because it had been the first time at any show in the United States, even including military, where they would actually all fly during the same day. So we unfortunately couldn't pull that off, but that would have been pretty epic had we been able to do that. Also, we're just truly appreciative to our 500 exhibitors and vendors that are with us here this year. It's going to be a great show. We're super full, and hope, we're just glad at this point that we're past, the pandemic and all of that. So it's been a real surge in our exhibitors and vendors here this year and the fullness of everything. Also, our Fly-in Style program for our pilots. So if you're flying in, you can go to the Pilot Welcome Center. You can pick up your Fly-in Style card. And so we have several, tens of, probably 100 exhibitors that are participating in this program. There are discounts out there available for them and discounts around the site as well. Also, I don't want to steal Eric Crumb's thunder. He'll be up here later. But we're also, obviously, for what we do on a year-round basis with ACE and our youth, junior ACEs this year. So kind of like Kid Venture up in Oshkosh, Junior ACEs is our youth aviation program here during the event. Again, I don't want to go into too much detail. Eric will do that later. But we're excited to offer this program to our kiddos. And 10 and under are free this year. Last year it was 6 and under. So we're excited to be able to offer that to our kids, to make sure that they are going to enjoy the show and are able to get here. And also, again, this is the 49th annual Aerospace Expo. Next year is our 50th. So with all the changes, all these new things that I just talked about, and when you get out there, some things are shifted around and moved, we wanted to implement and get these things in place in preparation for our 50th next year. It's going to be a huge celebration for us. And this organization, and also the 2,500 volunteers that are here this week to help us produce this show. We could not do that. We could not do this without them. We're very, very grateful for them. I'm also very grateful for my team. They have done a tremendous job as the new person coming in. Lots of changes, lots of, why are we doing that? So I'm that guy. But they have done a phenomenal job rallying, and we're going to have a great week. And last but not least, we just want to say thank Jim Campbell and Aero-News Network for helping us put this together, the innovation preview, and we appreciate all the efforts and what you do for us on a year-round basis. So thank you. Y'all enjoy the show, and who's next?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Don Fielden. I've got 3 objectives for my presentation today. Objective number 1 is to set the bar as low as possible, so setting up my fellow speakers here with increased chances of success. I'm there for you. The second objective is to introduce my product called the Aeropup, a kit plane. And then the third objective is to announce here today a follow-on version of the Aeropup that we'll release within 2 years. So with that, so my name is Don Fielden. I recently retired from the Air Force. My wife said I could not hang out in a bar all day as a retired person. I must get a job, and I don't fit very well in a corporate environment. So I've had a lifelong dream to start an aircraft company. And more importantly, start an aircraft company and sell a product at the lower end of the price range so that we can get more people involved in aviation. As a kid, I grew up, didn't have much money, and so it certainly didn't have enough money to get in aviation, and I swore one day when I got blessed with plenty of resources, I would do my best to try to change that. So my sole goal here is to release copies of airplanes that certainly appeal across the broad range of the price spectrum, starting at the very lowest end. So with that, I searched the world far and wide. I've got clean sheet designs. I looked around the world for other businesses I could just buy or tap into. And the end result of that search was I landed on this product called Aeropup. It is a plane that was designed and originally built by now a friend of mine, John Cotton, out of Australia. And so through the Aeropup Worldwide business line, I secured the rights to manufacture and sell this thing here in the USA. There's about 60 of these flying now in Australia. one flying in Bangladesh. That one flying in Bangladesh is the very first kit I sold to an overseas customer. In line with my original vision of appealing to the lower end of the price market, we offer this kit at $18,000, and if you're resourceful, you can fly for about $50,000. Okay, next chart, please. I guess I do that, don't I? Okay, there we go. All right, so this is, I call this plane a back to basics type airplane with modern touches. And along with that, it's a steel tube frame fuselage, fabric cover. You can cover it with whatever fabric you would like. Our demonstration model, we use the Ortex 6000 line. Just because it's a fantastic product for this airplane. It's a very rugged airplane. In fact, I often say in my presentations at the booth, it's over-engineered. With the steel cage, I can easily absorb 9 Gs. I'm not saying you're going to fly this airplane at 9 Gs, but with a steel cage, I can easily absorb that much force, static force, is a tribute to how much this thing is engineered. Okay, I'm getting my time stamps here. It's a 3-spar wing. It's a 27.5-inch wingspan. It is 20 feet long, holds 2 people side by side, and carries about 40 to 50 pounds of baggage depending on the engine you have on it. As you can see, with the right engine, you have a takeoff distance on average of about 320 feet. That's with a Rotax engine up to about the 100 horsepower range. Rate of climb, 1,200 feet per minute. Gross weight of 1,600 pounds. And I'm here to tell you, you'll never put 1,600 pounds in an airplane. There's just not enough room to do it. But in theory, it will hold 1,600 pounds, depending on the engine. Maximum speed, 130 knots. Stall speed at 32 knots. Build time is about 500 to 1,000 hours. If you built airplanes before, you'll do it in 500 hours easy. If you've never touched a screwdriver before, you can still build this airplane, but it's going to require about 1,000 pounds to do, or 1,000 hours to do so. And with that, I've got 60 seconds left, so I'm told. The new product line we're going to introduce as a follow-on to this. This comes in conventional gear and tricycle gear. Within a year and a half, we'll be introducing the Aeropup XL, which is an extended fuselage version of this. The fuselage will be extended about 17 to 20 inches. You can put a greater than 200 horsepower motor on it and carry lots of baggage and basically fly this thing and a lot of baggage into and out of just about any flat spot on the planet. I'm in booth Lima Papa 009 over in Paradise City. I invite you guys and girls to come out anytime. We'll be here throughout the entire show. And I'm also based here at Lakeland. So come out and see me in booth LP 009 and I'll give you more information. Thank you very much.
Good morning, folks. My name is Gene Bourne. I go by the nickname of Beaver. Been that way for a while. I've been in the ultralight type business since the late 70s, about 45 years now. And what we're going to show today is the latest thing that we've done. The product line is the Quicksilver aircraft. Most are familiar with that product line, and we've been the manufacturer of that product for quite a while now. The latest addition that we're doing to the aircraft is we've added a motor. It's the exact same airplane that we've been building since the early 80s. And so this video is pretty much going to show what we're doing with the engine application. That's about the only thing in our segment of aviation that's changing these days is the engine. So without further ado, if that can roll or if I press the button. The Quicksilver MX Sprint has been in production since 1986. This simple bolt-together aluminum tube and Dacron fabric design has withstood the brutal test of aviation time. AirTech Incorporated is now excited to offer its latest engine to the power plant lineup. The single-seat Sprint is now available with the Aero 1000 engine package. Some of the Quicksilver Sprint features include standard 3-axis control, side-mounted control stick, 28-foot wingspan, high-lift airfoil, and an incredible view of the world from the cockpit. The Aero 1000 engine is a product of Switzerland and comes to you as a ready-to-go package, featuring a single-cylinder 4-stroke 39.5 horsepower engine. State-of-the-art electronic control ignition and electronic fuel injection, the Aero 1000 boasts a measly fuel burn of 1.2 gallons of fuel per hour. The robust belt-driven reduction drive system reduces the engine's 9,200 max RPM to a reasonable 2,200 RPM prop speed. This prop speed, along with a well-designed muffler, greatly reduces the ambient noise. The Quicksilver Sprint and Aero 1000 engine combination provide a respectable, easy-to-own flying machine. Here is a 170-pound pilot taking off in approximately 100 foot of runway and climbing at 450 feet per minute on a 76-degree day at 1,730 foot density altitude. In real terms, you'll need approximately 400 feet to clear a 80-foot tree. The large control surfaces easily handle turbulent conditions and provide precise control even at low speeds. The all-electronic systems allow for easy starting. The integral centrifugal clutch allows the engine to start up without the propeller being engaged, a unique safety feature. The AirTech Aero 1000 package comes with the ready-to-install engine mount system. This includes all items needed to attach the engine to the Quicksilver airframe. Also, a pre-wired battery box with lightweight lithium battery. The included instruments are a digital tachometer, hour meter, and water temp. Available propeller options are the popular competition aircraft Ultra 2 adjustable pitch 2-blade prop, or the super lightweight 4-blade E-prop. The E-prop is a fixed pitch propeller and is produced for this engine. So that's about it. We're excited about our new engine addition to the Quicksilver line. New technology blends with the well-established product. We look forward to sharing this with our existing friends and hopefully meeting new. 9 is our booth. If you'd love to come on out, I'll show you what it is we're doing. Thank you for your time.
Good morning. Thank you for having Bose here at the Innovation Preview. My name is Matt Rui. I'm the Senior Product Manager for our aviation category at Bose. And today I'm pleased to announce that we're replacing the A20 aviation headset with a brand new product called the Bose A30 aviation headset. It brings to market now a triumvirate of things that really improve upon our iconic A20. That includes amazing comfort, great noise reduction, of course, the clarity of audio that you expect from Bose. Bose is doing this through a great reduction in clamping force. That comfort is really amazing when you compare that to not just the A20, but the competitive products on the market. I encourage everyone to try that out at the Bose booth this week as we introduce the product. In addition to comfort, we have an all-new advanced digital electronic system that's providing multiple modes of active noise reduction, an ability to update the system over time, as well as some additional great features that we think will delight customers over the time and the life of the product. That adaptability that we mentioned is available now for multiple aircraft and different types of pilots and users, not just general aviation, but also commercial operators as well as military operators. Let's see a short video here introducing the product.
Every moment of every day is filled with noise. Without it, you're reminded of why you're here in the first place. The joys of the experience, the adrenaline, and the freedom of flight, all leading up to
Cleared for takeoff.
that's the Bose A30.
The questions we often get is how has Bose improved the comfort? I alluded to the fact that we have reduced the clamping force by 20%. No small feat, as typical headsets require that clamping force to get good passive noise reduction as well as active noise reduction. We were able to do that by advancing the technology and the electronics and the digital technology and architecture that enable so much in this particular product. It is lightweight, continued to be a great product in terms of long-term comfort, and we have changed the center of gravity, moving the headset down, the center of gravity down to enable a more stable fit on all types of users and headsets, or users. Our inspiration for this headset always has been our legacy in Dr. Bose, as you read here, essentially always dreaming about something that's better and new, and that was no small feat in the A20. Replacing such an iconic product certainly caused a lot of tears, a lot of long nights from our engineering team, and I can proudly say that they've accomplished that in this new headset. Going backwards, hold 1 second. Here we go. So some additional features of the headset. One of the items that I've found personally nicely improved is the down cable. We've actually made the down cable quite a bit smaller and much more supple. We've retained the durability of that as well, and that makes for a great benefit to our customers in terms of comfort. We have a side swappable down cable that is now toolless, which allows for quick removal and swapping for corporate pilots or airline pilots who need that. The noise cancellation, as I said, is a new digital active noise reduction system. It actually provides three modes of user-selectable noise reduction: a high mode, a medium mode, and a low mode, which enables interpersonal communication for airline pilots or corporate pilots. That also has a new tap control feature, where by just touching an ear cup twice, tapping that ear cup puts one ear cup into that low mode, enabling that interpersonal communication for just one ear. A very unique product and feature set for sure. We continue to have a unique digital electronic system that supports an active EQ as well, that optimizes voice intelligibility, and a great far-field noise rejection microphone for great audio. The headset is fully TSO'd for both FAA and EASA use, and it has over 145 different separate tests that enable that durability for our users. The headset is available here at the show, as well as Bose.com, and globally through our dealer network for just $1,249. That's just $50 more than our A20 product. We continue to have a 30-day test flight that we encourage users to fly with the headset for themselves, experience it, and understand the benefits that the headset truly provides. We've continued with a 5-year warranty. That's worldwide coverage through our support centers all over the world. Thank you for your time. Hope to see you at the Bose tent right across from the FAA building today. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ryan Bolger. I am the service manager with Airplane Services. I've been with the company for 11 years now. Some brief history on airplanes. We were founded by Mike Kelly in 1977 in Wellington, Kansas. We're about 25 miles south of Wichita. 46 years later, we have over 25 STCs affecting several different Cessna single-engine models, and we've modified well over 3,000 aircraft. So we've been in business for quite a while, been pretty successful. Our latest and greatest news is the Propeller STC, the Hartzell Trailblazer, the new lightweight composite prop that Hartzell has come out with, is approved on our Cessna 180 and 182 300 horsepower. It has a Continental IO 550D. It's lighter, it's faster, it's smoother, but most importantly, it looks really cool. We are doing an on-site prop swap. I'd like you to join us Thursday, 9 o'clock in the morning. Hartzell actually brought a prop for us, and we have a 182 with the IO 550 300 horse installed on site. And I think, me personally, I think I'm doing the prop swap. So please come out and join us. Also on display, we have a Cessna 172 that has our 180 horsepower conversion, has a Lycoming 0360. And then we also have a 180 300 horsepower, it has an IO 550D. Unfortunately, 3 of my coworkers were in that yesterday and got socked in the panhandle, so it's not here yet, but it's on its way. Should be here today, later. That 180 also has our impulse system installed. It allows the Continental IO 470s and IO 520s. It is STC to run on 91 octane fuel. Personally, we've installed this system on two 210s now. Both were taken apart and crated over to Africa. We did it on a Cessna 188 ag truck out of South Dakota, and last year we just completed our first Bonanza, and it actually got crated up and shipped over to the Philippines. We have our second Bonanza showing up in May to modify and put that system on. But our 180 currently has this system. It's in experimental category, and it currently has this system on it with the 550. So that's all I got. Please join us, MD23. I hope to see you Thursday morning, or stop by anytime, say hi. Thank you.
Hello, Chip Irwin, Aeromarine, and I've been innovating for some 4 decades now in aviation. The first LSA amphib, the popular sport cruiser aircraft, and now I'm moving on to many floats as well. But this lower cost LSA, it's because aircraft tend to go up exponentially in price with the number of seats. So we're at a $50,000 aircraft, and it's 120 miles an hour, and really great sport aircraft. It works great on Rotax 582 and HKS, which are now no longer available. So over the last few years, we've been looking around for alternatives, and there's many different alternatives in the home-built field. One thing we came across is a trike flying on an ATV engine in Great Britain, and that sounded like a great idea. Trikes are these V-twin engines are used in ATVs in very large quantities and many other vehicles, so I call them redneck tested if you've never seen a quad runner just not covered in mud. They really get abused, and they've been around. They're made in huge quantities, more than 10,000 a month. So, and it's a perfect horsepower. It's 60 horsepower. So we are busy with our engineers to CAD it up and put it onto our aircraft and make the modifications necessary, including our own cooling system and fuel system, and reduction drive. And that would be a video showing bench testing, and then we put it on our airplane. And now we've been flying it for quite some time, and it's really perfect. And it's a fraction of the cost of, it keeps the whole aircraft down because the engines are such a high percentage of the cost of the aircraft. And I threw in a bonus slide here of some of the other aircraft. One, we have new ultralight that is not only an ultralight, it's a motor glider, and it's a float plane all in one. And you can see this and our engine down in Paradise City this afternoon. That's Chip Irwin, Aeromarine. Thank you.
One of the greatest honors I've ever had is to become the executive director of the Bob Hoover Legacy Foundation. Bob was a dear friend of mine, and toward the last few years, it was this weekly thing that kept coming up where I get this phone call and you'd hear this raspy voice on the other end going, "Jim, what kind of trouble you in today, son?" And then that conversation would last an hour or two, and it would just be one laugh after another. But telling stories to a guy who had some of the best stories in the world, that's a privilege. One of the greatest of all Americans was a pilot. Not just any pilot, the truly phenomenal, legendary, whatever words you want to use, Bob Hoover. Prior to his loss in 2016, at the age of 94, Bob met with trusted friends and advisors to create the Bob Hoover Legacy Foundation. which exists today to preserve his legacy, carry on his wishes for the future of the aviation community, and act as the garden for all of his name, works, and achievements. The Bob Hoover Legacy Foundation is proud to announce that the Foundation's scholarship program is resuming this year thanks to a generous partnership with the Aerospace Center for Excellence. 2 $10,000 scholarships will be awarded at AirVenture Oshkosh 2023, and that's just the start. I'm on the phone right now raising money right and left, folks. Expansion of Bob's mission is underway along the lines of aims that we know would gladden Bob's heart. Look for more information soon, including the establishment of an ancillary activity, a truly exciting project, the Hoover Society.
Few who love aviation aren't familiar with the name Robert Anderson Bob Hoover, one of the most respected and beloved figures in the aviation world. He lived a life of purpose, integrity, and accomplishment that remains the envy of the aerospace community. He was a military aviator, test pilot, air show demonstration pilot, and lifelong aviation advocate who gave us decades of great stories and legends to remember and cherish, and left us with a critically important mission to undertake. The primary caretaker for that mission is the Bob Hoover Legacy Foundation. The foundation is a 501c3 tax-deductible organization. The foundation was established by Bob prior to his passing in the fall of 2016 in order to perpetuate his dedication to excellence, integrity, learning, and mentorship by financially supporting educational institutions, offering scholarships, and inspiring the next generation of American aviation leadership. In addition to financial support, Bob's wish was that the foundation would provide enhanced safety training, mentoring, and networking opportunities through partnerships with other aviation and aerospace organizations adhering to the same basic precepts. Over the past few years, the foundation has been fine-tuning its mission and is in the process of adding many important initiatives to support and enhance Bob's directives. In late 2018, the Foundation embarked on a program to seek U.S. Postal Service recognition of the legendary Bob Hoover with the issuance of a commemorative postage stamp around what will be the 100th anniversary of his birth. While Bob never sought such honors throughout his life, this program is one way to keep Bob's memory alive and bring renewed attention to the mission of the Foundation. We hope this effort will enhance the future for flyers and other aviation professionals who might someday follow Bob's example. Other programs and objectives are under consideration by the Foundation's board, though expansion of the award, scholarship, and education programs are at the forefront of the objectives that are destined to make Bob's mission a prominent and critical part of augmenting aviation's future. The Bob Hoover Legacy Foundation welcomes your interest, support, and participation as we build on the incredible legacy left to us by an uncommonly gifted man who loved nothing more than to see the world of aviation grow and prosper.
We're looking forward to working with each and every one of you, especially our friends in the journalism community. There are amazing plans for the foundation that took a while to get back up to speed. We had an amazing leader for quite some time, and unfortunately we lost him to a brain tumor a couple of years ago. But there are tremendous people who are Bob's friends, who knew him well, loved him to death, and just want to make sure that this amazing American and everything he stood for inspires aviation well into the future. Bob's greatest concern, even in his last weeks, and I talked to him a couple days before his passing, were how to keep aviation alive all across America and from America around the world. Bob Hoover Legacy Foundation wants to take a teeny tiny part of that and do something with it. Thank you all.
Good morning. I'm Patrick Horgan, President and CEO of Cub Crafters, a company with a 43-year legacy. We're the only company in the world that's building Part 23 certified, FAA certified, EASA certified in other countries, as well as LSAs, as well as experimental builder assist and kits, all in the same facility. We've made a lot of news recently. We're just on the backside of our helipad landing in Dubai, maybe some of you saw, and made some recent news last year where for the first time we had a public offering available that was qualified by the SEC just late last year, allowing others to invest in our growth, which is on a new aggressive trajectory. We've got some news today to make. Building on the legacy of our Carbon Cub, best-selling LSA Carbon Cub, the newest member of our Carbon Cub family, which is designed much in part for international markets in mind. We're bringing forward a new airplane that we're here to announce today with a partner that to continue our best of class, our best power to weight ratio, utilizing more titanium, more advanced composites, developed now for the 600 kg to up to 700 kg and empty weight under 400. What we're bringing forward is what you'll hear a little bit from Mark, my friend at Rotex, a new Impossible engine that's being launched for the first time on a Cub Crafters airplane. In collaboration with Rotex, we've been in development of a Carbon Cub UL, which is powered by a brand new Rotex 916IS engine that's being announced just today. And available first on a Cub Crafters airplane. This is a 160 horsepower turbocharged engine, injected engine. It's impressive. It's a multi-fuel engine, which brings auto fuel as well as aviation fuels to our product line. And the UL is being qualified as an LSA, which is continuing on with our Carbon Cub. It's a very successful, best-in-class SS line. And then it will be targeted for our international use as well as domestic. The aircraft our engineering prototype is en route, dealing with weather like many of you, but it'll be here soon, likely this afternoon. We've been flying the new engine. We're very impressed with it. Quiet, smooth, powerful, great fuel consumption. We're accepting deposits starting today. That is for 2025 production. The reason for that is we'll actually put it in production next year, but the reason for 2025 is because we're sold out that long. So we're sold into the first quarter of 2025. So orders taken at the show today will be at the beginning of 2025. We hope you come see that. Impressive airplane, impressive engine. It'll be available at our booth. We've had tremendous fellowship with our friends at Rotex, who I'm going to invite Mark up now, who will tell you about this amazing engine, and I hope you come see us. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mark Becker. I have the privilege of working with Rotex, and as Pat already announced, we have something to bring up to the market. Well, let's enjoy a little video. Still getting goosebumps. So, it's all about Rotax the way we do it. We fly efficient, safe, smart, and greener. So, what we did, finish it right from the start, as we like to do it. We got outstanding power to weights, 160 horsepower at 189 pounds. All electronic controlled as well. Flies on MOGAS and AFGAS alike. You got a 2,000-hour TBO from launch on. I think that's a statement. And best thing for all of you already enjoying a 915, it will fit into an existing installations. All difference is a little bit larger exhaust, the rest is pretty much the same. Of course, with the typical Rotax reliability you've all been enjoying, that's why we can offer that 2000 TBO right from the get-go. It will be available from June on the market. It will show up in the US in August. There will be also a 24-volt option for everyone with extra needs on the avionics. And here in the US, it actually will come with a Rotax Care program, which constitutes of a full warranty for 5 years or up to TBO. And the best news of all of that, Pat already mentioned, first installation you will see from today on in a Carbon Cup UL. So that's what we call off to new heights together. The impossible engine, which we're bringing today, meets a fucking awesome airplane. The impossible aircraft. You want it ultra light, you want it ultra strong? Let's say yes. You want a steep climb or high efficiency? Yes. You want boring reliability and or badass? Yes, let's have it. So, Carbon Cup UL. Together with a 915 and with a new 916 engine. All together. Come see us. You see Carbon Cup Crafters booth at Hall 8 and booth 92, 3 and on. And Rotax in Hangar D, booth 58 and 59. Come by. We're looking forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much.
Good morning. My name is JJ Frigge. I'm the president of Hartzell Propeller. And before I brief you on a few of the latest innovations that we've been working on at Hartzell, I just wanted to take a moment and remind everyone of the different operating companies that comprise what we call Hartzell Aviation. So several years ago here at Sun 'n Fun, actually we launched this idea of really combining our branded products that customers know and relate with into what we call Hartzell Aviation. We called it our Hartzell family of brands, and it really represented Hartzell Propeller with the Tanis preheat brand, AWI, which is aerospace welding up in Minnesota, and Hartzell Engine Technologies, which is a collection of great brands, including Aero-Force, Plane Power, Janitrol, Skytech, Fuelcraft, and QAA. And that was really something that came together, again, about 2 years ago here at Sun 'n Fun, and what we were trying to do is make sure that the market and our customers know that these collection of brands are all owned and operated by the same family, Jim and Joe Brown. And it was started by their father, Jim Brown Jr., who was a great naval aviator and a lover of general aviation. And really we stand for three things: quality, performance, and support. So that when customers engage with us and look to purchase one of our branded products, they know that they're going to get that great quality, that excellent performance, and support all the way through the product life cycle. And so as we thought about how we go to market and tell this story, we decided to create what we call Hartzell Aviation, which again is just a collection of the brands and products that we manufacture and certify and deliver to our customers. And so today, Hartzell Aviation is really comprised of three main operating companies. So we have Hartzell Propeller in Piqua, Ohio. We have Hartzell Engine Tech down in Montgomery, Alabama. And then we have Hartzell Aerospace Welding, which is our company up in the Minneapolis area. And so I want to take just a moment and talk a little bit about Hartzell Aerospace Welding. This was an entity that really sprang to life several years ago, and with the AWI and AMI brands, and then added on Acorn Welding and Seaplanes West just about a year ago. So really, when you think about Hartzell Aerospace Welding, it's really an operating company that's focused on delivering the very finest experience in the exhaust and engine mount arena. And so it's combining these great brands of AWI, Acorn, and Seaplanes who really focus on, like I mentioned, exhaust and engine mounts into one powerhouse operating company that can deliver that quality, performance, and support across a wide range of GA aircraft. Hartzell Engine Tech is in Montgomery, Alabama, and again, they've been focused on really investing in the market. And so some of the things that have been going on there are a Tulsa facility expansion for QAA, a Fort Lauderdale new service center for QAA with enhanced capabilities in the Fort Lauderdale area, and then certainly continue to invest in their machine shop with high precision equipment to really make sure that they're delivering superior products to market. And so as I move on then to HET, what they've also done is developed a starter for the Robinson R22 and R44 via PMA. Skytech high torque starters has been one of their big investments as well, and this is for Lycoming engines, and it's featured an integrated self-resetting kickback protection system to protect the power plant and starter from an engine kickback. So continued investment, and if that's one word that I'd like you to take away from this, across all three operating companies, Hartzell Engine Tech, Hartzell Aerospace Welding, and Hartzell Propeller, is that we are deeply committed in investing in the GA market right now. And then finally, Hartzell Propeller. We're in our 106th year of operations out of Piqua, Ohio. Our investments go all the way back to the Wright brothers, with Orville Wright as our first customer, continuing on into aerospace-grade aluminum propellers, and then ultimately into our high-performing carbon fiber propellers that we are actively working and certifying today. Some of our big investments that we're making and some of our big announcements we're making this week include partnering with Dyer Kodiak on a 5-blade carbon fiber propeller for the Kodiak 100, which our friend Nicholas Chabert just announced at their press briefing 9 a.m. this morning. We're very excited about that program. It's a 5-blade carbon fiber prop on this STC, which we own, and then Dyer is incorporating into the production line. We actually decrease RPM from 2,200 down to 2,000, and it creates a terrific noise signature. It reduces the overall noise by 6 dBAs, and it results in no loss in performance whatsoever on climb and cruise, and actually provides a 5% shorter takeoff roll because you've got 5 blades turning in that lower altitude environment. It's also a 13-pound weight savings, and as I mentioned, it's a joint program between us and Dyer Kodiak, and we're happy to offer that via the retrofit market in our top prop program, deliverable immediately, as well as on their production line, also available essentially immediately as well. So that's one of the programs that we're excited about announcing this week. The other is another joint product and STC that we're working on with Whip-Air up in Minnesota. They call it the Yukon. It's a 4-blade carbon fiber prop, 75-inch scimitar design. It's 3 knots faster in cruise, 10% better climb rate, and it comes with our 6-year, 2,400-hour warranty. Whip-Air is offering this via STC and working with us, and they're working with the FAA, and they hope to have STC around Oshkosh timing or a little later in the summer. So that is available for orders, and we will be delivering those as soon as the STC is granted. And then finally, our investments in the electric and hybrid world. We continue to invest in the AAM space with companies like eViation, Magniex, Universal Hydrogen, and many others as this market really starts to unfold in front of us with the billions of dollars being invested. So we're actively pursuing over a dozen programs and really excited about some of the prospects for this developing market. So please come see us this week at Sun and Fun. We've got a new 50-foot display. We'll be talking about the Voyager propellers available across the entire Cessna 180 to 210 series. We'll be talking about the Trailblazer propellers available across a wide variety of backcountry and aerobatic airplanes. And of course, we'll be talking about our any other Scimitar or Hartzell propeller top prop that you'd like to talk about. We're in Hangar Bravo and Space Beef 034. And we have our new 50-foot set when we're displaying together as Hartzell Aviation with all the operating companies participating. We're just going to finish with a quick video. And I might have advanced it a little too far.
Unbridled passion, unequaled performance, unlimited possibilities.
Hartzell Aviation, you're cleared for takeoff.
Introducing Hartzell Aviation, leading general aviation companies united by the Hartzell guiding principle of built on honor, a commitment to uphold the highest standards in quality, performance, and support. Hartzell Propeller, Hartzell Engine Tech, Hartzell Aerospace Welding. We are Hartzell Aviation.
Now boarding at hartzellaviation.com.
Good morning. Thanks everyone for coming out. Appreciate you. My name's Ryan. I'm not sure what's going on here, but my name is Ryan Edmark. I am the Director of Sales for Aero-LEDs. If you're not familiar with our company, we're a leading manufacturer of all LED lighting for aircraft. We prepared a nice video rather than rambling on for 5 minutes about our lights and what we've been doing for the past year. I invite you to watch the following video.
At Aero-LEDs, we believe that innovation is equal parts inspiration and perspiration. Since our inception in 2006, we embarked on a mission to redefine the expectations of aerospace lighting. Entering the aerospace lighting market, which had remained largely unchanged for 50 years and in drastic need of a new product with fresh look and unequaled performance, Aero-LEDs was inspired to redefine the expectations, which resulted in a series of innovative designs. Hungry for new ideas, backed by a company that valued the patronage, customers quickly adopted the new standard of quality, design, and performance never seen before in the industry. And soon, legacy manufacturers were forced to respond by introducing look-alike products in an effort to stay relevant in a once stagnant market. Initially launched in 2007, the Sunspot 36 LX-HX became the benchmark in performance, winning the Aviation Consumer Award in 2009. In continued effort of expanding the Sunspot 36 family and in the expectations of performance, Aero-LEDs released the Sunspot 4000 series, which resulted in again winning the Aviation Consumer Award for 2019. And now, in pursuit of stratifying the market in performance and budget, Aero-LEDs introduces the 75-watt Sunspot 36. The Sunspot 36 75-watt comes in both 12 and 24-volt versions and is available with and without integrated pulse. And breaking yet another barrier in performance, the Sunspot 36 75-watt hits a record high 200,000 candela, surpassing all previous 36 lighting options. As a company that was conceived to serve the experimental aviation market, Aero-LEDs now introduces the next generation of lighting for Vans aircraft. The AeroSun VXI is an integrated lighting solution which includes the following functions: landing, taxi, navigation, anti-collision, rear position, and an industry-first underwing convenience light. Designed specifically for the RV7 and 8 and RV10 and 14, the AeroSun VXI sets a new standard in lighting performance, providing pilots with increased visibility and safety. From the beginning, Aero-LEDs has uniquely positioned itself to serve aviation markets ranging from experimental, certified fixed wing, rotor wing, military, and drone applications. Aero-LEDs also continues to be a proud sponsor by providing lighting for the world-class Aeroshell aerobatic team as they perform flawlessly over millions of spectators each year. Looking back to 2006, Aero-LEDs entered the market with the ambition to revolutionize the aviation lighting industry and to innovate by example. Looking forward, we're committed to building on that mission statement. After nearly 20 years of servicing the aviation lighting industry, Aero-LEDs is incredibly thankful for your continued support. The future is bright.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Alex Skiba. I'm the Sales and Marketing Manager for Waco Aircraft Corporation, as well as Younkers Aircraft Corporation. Thank you for joining us. We have some exciting news today. Some of you may have already heard, but yesterday across the runway at Waco Kitchen, we unveiled the brand new Younkers A50 Junior as an SLSA. Just received the acceptance a couple weeks ago. So we have a quick little video here for you that goes over some details, and I'll be talking about it as we play through. Maybe. All right, so in 1919, one of the aviation pioneers named Hugo Younkers developed the F-13. It was the very first all-metal commercial airliner. And 10 years following, he wanted to really bring a true sports aircraft to the market. He did so with the A50 Junior, originally equipped with an 80 horsepower, 5-cylinder radial engine, corrugated skin, identical to the F-13. It was a monoplane, low-wing, 2-seat tandem. And now, nearly 100 years later, the owner of Younkers Aircraft Corporation, Mr. Dieter Morzak, realized a dream, something for the young and the young at heart, especially knowing that the LSA segment is one of the fastest growing here in the US as well as overseas. And astonishingly, the A50 originally was a light sport aircraft before light sport aircraft was even a thing, with a maximum takeoff weight of just 1,320 pounds. So we were able to accomplish that today, as well as integrate a lot of modern safety and technology. So up front, we have a Rotax 912 IS producing 100 horsepower. The rear cockpit, where you solo from, has a 10-inch G3X from Garmin, as well as a ballistic parachute in the center from Galaxy. So that comes standard. As you can tell, the design of the A50 is absolutely stunning. There's nothing else like it on the market. The corrugated aluminum is super striking. It's all about design and quality. These are going to be built at Younkers Aircraft Corporation in Battle Creek, Michigan, right alongside the production line of our Waco YMF-5 and our Great Lakes biplanes. We actually have two of them here on display at Sun and Fun this year. One in the manufacturer display area, the Waco Aircraft booth, as well as in Paradise City. We are the sponsor of Paradise City as well, and we will be flying it there off the grass strip every single day. So we really hope you can make it out and join us and see it up close in person. Thank you.
Hello. Hello, my name is Lino Monroy. I'm the multinational business manager for Cub Aviation. We're very happy to be here again this year. Here's a presentation of our new aircraft. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't have any sound, so I'll have to improvise here a little.
The Compair 6.2 is a new experimental aircraft that is produced by Compair Aviation. Compair Aviation has been producing floats and aircraft kits since 1993 and has sold over 400 airframes. The Compair 6.2 fuselage is designed to be lightweight and aerodynamic, which reduces drag and increases fuel efficiency. The fuselage skins are constructed of carbon fiber for a lighter and stiffer overall airframe versus fiberglass, while the wing skins are constructed of carbon fiber with a foam core, which has excellent rigidity while maintaining an overall lightweight construction. The fuselage wings and bulkheads are designed to work together and provide an incredibly strong yet lightweight structure for maximum performance. The aircraft has been designed to accept a wide range of power plant options. Our test aircraft is fitted with a 350 horsepower twin-turbo Lycoming engine. A Hartzell top prop is being used to take advantage of the high-performance lightweight composite propellers that are being produced today. For those looking for more of an adventure or just more power, a 650 horsepower turbine may be a good option. In addition to remote destinations which may not have avgas available, the extra power from turbine engines opens up more possibilities for family vacations, business trips, and cargo transport to smaller airstrips which aren't possible with a piston engine. The Compair 6.2 is an ideal aircraft for the
I think if you go to slide 1, we have a little bit of a starting video to get going. So. That was supposed to be our big introduction, and just giving you a little bit of an idea about King Schools and what we do, in case you don't know. I think most people do. But in any case, we're thrilled to make a couple of announcements which are really focused this year on the flight instructor community, either through flight schools or independent flight instructors. And so the first one of those, let's see if I can advance, is the announcement of a new course within our Cessna flight training system. And that's a system that's used by over 200 flight schools across the country, both Cessna pilot centers as well as a lot of non-Cessna pilot centers. It's available to any flight school. And like I say, we have over 200 of those flight schools that are using the system. And our announcement today is a new course within that system for the instrument flight instructor. Okay, so we have courses right now, private, instrument, commercial, CFI, and now CFII. And that system includes both home study courses as well as tracking for the flight school. And we have something called the course tracking application. And all of those are available web-based or on iPads and iPhones. And the iPads and iPhones are great because they work online or offline. So a flight instructor is able to use this system with their student right in the airplane and see exactly for the flight lesson they're flying what tasks they're supposed to complete, and even mark them as complete in the aircraft. So our announcement this week is that we now have this complete set of courses within that system, from private, instrument, commercial, CFI, and now this week we're announcing the double I that we call Cleared for Instrument Instruction. So that's our big announcement there. And we also have an announcement to make for independent flight instructors. And independent flight instructors need just as much help as the flight schools. And so we've announced a brand new program which is called the CFI, the King CFI, or King Flight Instructor Program. And that program is available to any CFI. And that's, as you may know, over 100,000 CFIs in the country can now join our program for free and get free access to King School's ground school and test prep courses from private all the way through CFI. So private, instrument, commercial, CFI, free access to those courses. They own them for life and are able to then see exactly what their students are studying at home and able to review areas that particular flight instructor may not remember as well as they should, but they know that their customers having problems with. So they're able to review that and do it at their leisure, essentially, on the web. So in addition to having access to those courses, they're also able to track their students' home study progress and see where they're having trouble at home using King courses. And we're going to expand that program over time to have very detailed reporting of the students' progress at home. So we're really excited about that. It's free to join. Any one of the over 100,000 CFIs in the country can sign up for free, have access to the courses, and be able to track their students' progress at home. So the next announcement is more resources for CFIs. And what we've developed is a brand new course to help CFIs recruit new students. A lot of times, new students are hesitant to start their flight training because they don't know what that flight training process is like. What's it like to do a flight lesson? So what we've done is we've taken a cross-country first lesson flight from San Diego, California to Catalina Airport, Island in the Sky, that really shows the excitement of learning to fly. We put the emphasis on the beauty of flying and how easy it is to learn. And along that cross-country flight, there's many lessons that are learned. Introduction to flight controls, the flight control surfaces, how airplanes operate, and so on. So we're really excited about that. Going along, we also have a free ebook, So You Want to Learn to Fly, which will then take them on the next step of the details they need to know in order to sign up, find a flight instructor, and what the rest of the Learn to Fly process is like. Also for flight instructors, we have a free book, or I'm sorry, we have a new book that was announced just recently from John and Martha, and it's called Lift. And it's a book that's going to help flight instructors and flight schools learn the secrets from King Schools and how John and Martha have built King Schools over time, and all the secrets learned in the process that are applicable to flight instructors, flight schools, and so on. They want to have those insights that John and Martha have gained over 47 years now of building King Schools. So those are the main announcements that we wanted to make. But in addition, the new surprise announcement, if I can get one more slide, is John and Martha have developed a brand new book, and I'm going to invite them up to just give you a quick overview.
Well, hello, fellow pilots. I'm John King, and I hang around with
Martha King, and we are standing up. And in fact, we're on a box back here so you can see us. And we've got a book, Sky Kings, that's a compilation of the columns we've written in Flying Magazine starting in 2014, and has a lot of experiences for learning pilots and some things they can learn from, but also a lot of things they can just have fun and entertainment with.
You know, aviation has a long, rich history of helping people who are learning to fly and starting to fly and helping them on the way. I think all of us felt that when we started flying, is that everybody wanted to see us succeed. And the way we do that is by telling stories. And this book is about the stories that Martha and I have accumulated over now about 50 years of flying. So it's called Sky Kings, and it's Flying Adventures with John and Martha. It's going to be at our booth, and it just came out today on Amazon. So it's at our booth, and take a look at it if you'd like.
Our booth is in Hangar D, booth 2, and you can also get our book on entrepreneurship lift there, and we'll now turn it over to Barry to wrap up.
We've been kicked out of some real nice places, so it's time for us to go.
Okay, well, thank you all very much. Be sure, if you're available, stop by our Thursday press conference at 2 p.m. where you'll receive a lot more details on those announcements. And otherwise, please stop by our booth in Hangar D, Space 2, and we'll look forward to see you there. Thank you all very much.
You had me up there already. Hello, everyone. I'm Karen Kalashek. I'm the chair of the National Association of Flight Instructors. So I'm a little bit of a minority here because I'm representing a not-for-profit organization. And you may wonder, what could be the innovation I'm going to discuss? Well, you're going to find out in just a moment. Okay? So NAFI, is a quick background, we were founded in 1967, and if you're math challenged, I can tell you that was 56 years ago. So we're an organization you probably haven't heard of previously, but that is changing. And one of the things that is changing it is we are hosting the first ever National CFI Conference this year in Lakeland, Florida, this location, in October 24th to 26th. So we're pretty excited about doing this. And let me tell you a little bit more about it. So we're bringing great minds together. We're going to have hundreds of participants, stakeholders throughout the industry. So we're not just talking about prospective and current flight instructors. We have people from the FAA, the NTSB. We have luminaries like John and Martha. They will be our dinner speakers one evening for us. We'll have people like Richard McSpadden, Bruce Landsberg. So people representing all the big aviation alphabet groups will be there, along with exhibitors and a lot of other media personalities and representatives. And of course, we're using this opportunity. What are we going to be doing there? Well, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be helping fulfill our mission to improve flight instruction with advocacy, education, and mentorship. So what we're doing is we're addressing 6 basic themes throughout the conference with educational content in particular. So what do we know? We know that better instruction leads to safer pilots. Our overall vision is actually safer pilots through excellence in flight instruction. So what we're doing is we're promoting safety by improving the practices of aviation. Okay, so first, our first theme is the business of flight. You may be surprised, but the majority of flight instructors aren't employees. They're independent flight instructors like myself. Now, I was fortunate. I have a background in business, which lent itself beautifully to operating as an independent. However, that's not the case with many. So one of the things we're doing is helping enhance their business operating skills so they can more efficiently make themselves a profit and remain in business while they're improving themselves as a flight instructor. Okay. Here we go. So obviously, because we will have many flight instructors there, we're going to give them everything from tips and techniques, having experts in the field talking to them. So they're going to have a lot of opportunities for this educational content training. Now, as we know, we learn a lot in aviation from analyzing what went wrong. So we're going to have representatives from, again, the FAA, the NTSB, other experts who are going to be presenting accident data specifically focused on instructional flights so that people can learn how to avoid making the same mistakes. And the same thing we do throughout aviation. Okay. Okay. We also know that there's an increasing theme about wellness in aviation. We've seen that in a lot of the press. We've seen recent accidents that have lent themselves, or a causal factor may be the physical, the mental, the emotional well-being of a pilot. So we're actually focusing on this with some of the educational content also, with people who are really at the forefront of this growing movement. Cleared for flight. Well, we know it's not just maneuvers and memorization that brings you to being a safe pilot. It's being part of the community, learning from others, sharing, relationship, building the culture. So we're also addressing these aspects of excellence in flight instruction too. Okay, and we'd be remiss not to talk about tech. This whole press conference was filled with all kinds of innovations and new technology. In the area particularly affecting flight instruction would be simulation work, actually aviation training devices. So we'll be highlighting the latest tech, the latest techniques, the latest tools that improve flight training through technology. Where is this going to be held? As I mentioned, right here in Lakeland. So we'll be having most of the activities housed in the Aerospace Expo Center, which houses the Florida Aviation Museum. In addition to being able to fly in, we're also going to be able to offer camping opportunities in addition to block discount hotel rates. So, quick note on NAFI itself. Most of you are aviators, hopefully all are aviators, but anyone can join NAFI. We're in booth 77 in Hangar A. And one of the huge benefits of joining NAFI is, for those of you that use ForeFlight, a 33% discount. So we have a quick show special, which can save you more than double the cost of the membership in your ForeFlight discount. So stop in, visit us, say hello. I'd be happy to welcome you as a new member, and enjoy the rest of your show. Thank you very much.
Good morning for a few more minutes. There we go. My name is John Hunt. I am Director of Sales for Kodiak Aircraft Company, a subsidiary of Daer, which was, is this our video? Here we go. Let me show this real quick.
The new Kodiak is going to be one of the fastest non-pressurized single-engine turboprops.
We're very excited to see the new Kodiak coming a reality.
This new Kodiak today takes the best of the Kodiak 100, the best of the TBM, and brings it into a new product, and we're really excited to debut it.
very first time. I'll touch briefly, let me get through this, touch briefly about our history with Daher, which acquired us. The 4th anniversary, it seems hard to believe, is this June when they announced it at the Paris Air Show. Since that time, there's been significant accomplishments that Daher has made in investments in Kodiak Aircraft Company, including the Kodiak 100 Series 3, the Kodiak 900, which we debuted last year, which is FAA certified, FICI certified, before we took the first order. And we've made several enhancements at our footprint in Sandpoint, Idaho. A couple quick things about the 900, which people often ask, what's the difference between the Kodiak 900 and the 100? Well, the fuselage cabin is 37 inches longer. We've made quite a few improvements, taking the same DNA of the Kodiak 100 and improved that. Some new seats, some softer touches in the aircraft, refinements, new cabin panels, and USB ports to accommodate the more modern devices that our customers are wanting to use in the aircraft today. The range, it is again very similar to the Kodiak 100 in terms of range, but she's a fast bird, 210 knots. It has about an 8,000 pound aircraft with a useful load of just over 3,600 pounds and a takeoff field length very similar to the Kodiak 100 at just over 1,000 feet. 5-blade prop. One of the most surprising things that we see that our customers really enjoy flying in it climbs like a rocket ship at over 1,700 feet a minute. We integrated the cargo pod and took a lot of the options that we saw and the people wanted in the 100 and made them standard in the Kodiak 900, including a single point fueling system. The new Pratt & Whitney engine we have in it, 148, 900 shaft horsepower up to 99 degrees Fahrenheit, full load takeoff in very hot and high environments. We're excited today, which I think we heard from our friends at Hartzell, about announcing the new 5-blade prop, very similar to what we see on the Kodiak 900, announced for the 100 today as well. As we're a company that's trying to become greener, there's a we're seeing a 9% reduction in its specific fuel consumption, which is big, and working on ways that we can improve our carbon footprint in aviation. The 900 and the TBM 960 is over here in the static display area. We would encourage you to come by and see us sometime here during the show. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sun and Fun 2023. I'm Trevor Mustard. I'm the head of sales and marketing for Diamond Aircraft Canada. I'd like to start out with just a small video, please. All right, as some of you may already be aware of, the Diamond DA50 is the newest aircraft that we've introduced to our modern technology aircraft lineup, utilizing proprietary engine technology. We're a piston engine manufacturer utilizing Jet A fuel for our airplanes. We're very proud of the fact that we're one of the industry's greenest aircraft manufacturers, not only in the fact that we're burning lead-free aircraft fuel, but we're also a very quiet aircraft, very efficient aircraft as well. As you saw in that video, I would like to announce that the DA50, as it nears FAA validation, will be embarking upon a U.S. tour starting in May, and it will, if you go to www.diamondaircraft.com, you'll be able to see the locations and dates where the aircraft will be stopping. Our dealer network will be presenting the aircraft to selected individuals for demonstration and some media coverage. Additionally, this morning we just announced as well our partnership with United Aviate Flight School in Goodyear, Arizona. And they are the proud new owners of 5 DA-42 aircraft that will be accompanying and complementing their training fleet there. I welcome anybody who's interested to stop by our booth. We're at MD 17, and we can show you the entire lineup of the Diamond product. Thank you.
I guess I'll stand on the box. Okay. Now I'm exceedingly tall, but we'll do that. It's easier than moving the box. My name is Eric Crump. I'm the Executive Director for the Aerospace Center for Excellence here at Sun & Fun. So my role here is the other 51 weeks of the year. So for those of you that don't know, Sun & Fun is a gigantic fundraiser, a week-long, really fun event, but at its heart, a fundraiser designed to raise funds so that we can then execute our mission for the other 51 weeks of the year. That mission is to engage, educate, and accelerate the next generation of aerospace professionals. We do that year-round through field trip opportunities, outreach opportunities, teacher professional development, and a huge range of summer camp options that are new this year as well. So there's way more content that I have to go over than we have time for today. I'm going to go through it rather quickly, but I invite you afterward to go to aceedu.org, our website, and you can learn about all of these cool things that we do when it's not Sun & Fun. Too many buttons. What are we? We're a lot of things. So the Florida Air Museum, Elevate, our Aerospace and Logistics Incubator, the Central Florida Aerospace Academy, the Lakeland Aero Club, so many things that comprise what makes ACE ACE, but they're all focused on that same unifying goal of making the door as wide as humanly possible for everybody who wants to enter the field of aviation. We have the Central Florida Aerospace Academy here in Lakeland, which is directly across the street from us here, and we just opened a second Central Florida Aerospace location in Winter Haven, so we now have 2 high school campuses. The school here offers these tracks from engineering to drones to flight, and is also a site where we administer our flight training scholarship program, which will pay up to $12,000 for a student to earn their private pilot certificate while they're in high school. Once they complete high school, if they want to go to vocational school or to college or wherever they want to go after that to continue their flight training, we also pay $5,000 a year for 4 years as a continuing education scholarship to help folks move on. Since 2012, when the scholarship program began, we've certified 161 pilots through that program, as well as issued countless tailwheel endorsements, seaplane ratings, and others of the like. I told you before that this last semester in the spring term, we opened a second high school location at the Winter Haven Airport. So there's 385 students here. There's another 280 students in Winter Haven, all of which, by the way, this week are getting to volunteer and work at Sun & Fun. So our students get 2 spring breaks, and they kind of enjoy that, I think. I mean, I didn't want to go to school a lot when I was in high school, and if you had told me I got to not go to school and go to an air show instead, I would have taken that at a heartbeat. Also, here at the Lakeland Airport is the Polk State College Aerospace Program, where I worked as that program director until June of 22, when I moved over to this position. and is currently certifying about 125 pilots going through that program now. The Lakeland Aero Club is a high school flying club here at the Lakeland Airport. We're after school lets out at 1:30. If you're looking for something to do after school, coolest thing on campus is to go and build your own airplanes. The Lakeland Aero Club has their own grass strip here at Lakeland Linder International Airport. They build their aircraft, they service their own aircraft, and they fly out of their own grass strip right here at International Airport. The companion club for this is the Aspiring Aviators Aero Club, which is in Winter Haven and has 60 members now, and they're about to get their first airplane, a Champ, in the air in the next few weeks. Travis Technical College, directly behind us over here, is our Part 147 AMP program, running 100 students a year through that program. The Florida Air Museum, directly behind us, hosts a really awesome collection of aviation assets, but also is the home of our story time event every Tuesday at 10 o'clock, and we average about 60 to 70 parents and students who come out for that. This is for our young ones, the little ones, but we also stream that event online to about 600 people a week. So we're happy to get as young people in aviation as early as possible. You've seen Skylab behind us. This is our most recent capital campaign, a $7 million campaign that has 5 purpose-built STEM labs included in it. I invite you to tour that while you're here this week. And then coming soon, so many things. I told you before about summer camps this year. We have 15 different camps. 3 of them are brand new camps, from engineering to flight and everything in between. Very excited about that. And we also have a new mentorship program called ACES High that encourages people to stay in school, make good grades, and stay out of trouble. As they do, they're rewarded with different benefits, such as a free discovery flight, a trip to the Cape to see Cape Canaveral, and also to go indoor skydiving. So we try to keep kids engaged so that we can educate them and accelerate the next generation of aerospace professionals. Thank you for coming to Sun and Fun. Thank you for this opportunity to talk to you, and have a wonderful day.
And God help you, I'm back. Again, I'm Jim Campbell with the Aero-News Network, also the author of something called the Sport Plane Resource Guide. This is what it used to look like. For over 30 years, we've done things about this size. This one was just short of 6 pounds, and a full semi-load of 5,000 came to my house to unload 6 times over the course of the last edition, and I am not unloading another semi in my life. It is not happening. To make an exceedingly long story short, there is a new Sport Plane Resource Guide coming, and it is the biggest thing we've ever done. Last one at 1,100 pages is about to be exceeded by almost twice as much by current estimates. But the way we're going to do this in the future, especially our biggest problem, print a book and it's outmoded the minute you finish it and load it off the truck, has been alleviated by the fact that everything now will be electronic. The e-Sport Plane Resource Guide is a couple of days away from initial publication. We're going to be publishing it sequentially over the next few months. Make an exceedingly long story short, there are 3 main... For some 30 years, the Sport Plane Resource Guide has provided credible, expert, unvarnished guidance to flyers, aircraft owners, and wannabes the world over on all manner of home-built, ultralight, sport, and classic aircraft of all kinds that remain accessible to those who want cost-effective access to flying machines of their own. We are pleased to confirm the next Sport Plane Resource Guide will be all digital, and with the advancement of technologies in digital publishing, we will unveil a vast new tool set that will come with it. This and more will make the Sport Plane Resource Guide far more valuable than it's ever been. There are 3 primary things that we're pleased to bring to the next Sport Plane Resource Guide. 1. Online capabilities will allow us to keep the book up to date on as much as a daily basis. Nothing needs to be out of date anymore. We will provide and bring all kinds of multimedia technologies to bear, including video, audio, motion graphics, regular newsletters, webinars, and much more. And finally, since the book will be updated so aggressively, we will now be able to build a user community of update subscribers who can use the Sport Plane Resource Guide and depend on it for timely information, regular updates, and a number of community building resources and activities that will allow the Sport Plane Resource Guide to be the focal point for how the sport and general aviation community can finally get the airplanes they've always wanted, affordably, safely, and with the knowledge that we are there to back them up all the way. The Sport Plane Resource Guide will expand its publication of dozens of how-to chapters that provide background and resource information on owning, building, maintaining, and flying all manner of sport aircraft, as well as numerous directories, possibly as many as 1,000 aircraft, engines, avionics, and accessories, and all that will be expanded as we go forth. Nothing will be static. Everything will be updated. With extensive multimedia and other resources allowing us to flesh out the extraordinary dimensions of the Sport Plane Resource Guide, making it bigger and better than anything we've done to date. And sport aviation needs that. The amount of misinformation centering around this community right now is stunning, disturbing, and growing like wildfire. The Sport Plane Resource Guide will start with the sport, light sport, and affordable flyer segments of general aviation and attempt to build the kind of credibility, detail, and value that is sorely missing all over the internet. The all-digital, next-generation Sport Plane Resource Guide is ready to start publishing now and will be unveiled in sections over the coming year. This monster will be our 21st book, and we look forward to working on behalf of its sole purpose to inspire a new generation of aviators, one flyer, one aircraft owner, one dreamer or builder at a time, long into the future. The Sport Plane Resource Guide, www.sportplane.com. Sportplane.com. And most important, we are here to help and to serve and to make sure that good, solid, credible information, not influencer nonsense, good, solid, credible information reaches you every single day. Thank you very much. www.sportplane.com.
So we should be to extra aircraft. That's great. Thank you very much. The best for last. I'm Duncan Corwell from Extra Aerobatic Airplanes. We're at booth N78. And if you're watching this live or in the next 7 days, we're going to give away a free autopilot if you come by one of our airplanes this week. I don't know if anybody else has offered that. Real quick about me, I've been in this business since 1980. Got some great jobs at Beach Aircraft. I was chief engineer on King Air and Premier One. I got to do some neat things, some attack helicopters, but I've saved the best for last also in my career to be the general manager for Extra Aircraft out of DeLand. I got 1,000 hours in type in that aircraft. I tell people that's one of my favorite places in the world is the back seat of that airplane. So briefly, we're in DeLand now, and that is a change in the last 12 months. We've had a great partnership with Southeast Aero for the last 20 years with Kramer Upchurch and Jim Burt, great guys. But with a view to the future, we've delivered over 800 aircraft, and we will continue to produce in Germany. And more importantly, the Extra Aircraft family is going to continue on to the next generation. You know, founded by Walter Extra, just the heart of the company. He's got two great sons, Marcus and Eric, and they are in the company full time now. And with the vision towards the future, we decided to change the model to have a factory direct dealership versus a partnership with Southeast Aero. So we've moved to DeLand. We're open there now, and this is a view towards the future. Aircraft are all still built in Germany. They come to us, we assemble them, deliver them. We'll do full maintenance, spare parts, tech pubs, you name it, and continue on to the next generation. So we're excited about that. Great, great airplanes. If you know about them, if you don't, just a brief introduction. The NG is right here. This brings carbon fiber to the classic steel truss fuselage. It's also very competitive and unlimited. And right now, we are sold out into the middle of 2024. But if you come this week, like I said, talk to Chad Graves before April 2nd. If you order this airplane, $600,000, we'll give you a free autopilot as well. That's the NG. And as we said, 40 years of refinement. I think that's the greatest thing about this company, with all due respect to people who've talked ahead of me. How often do you see in aerospace one person at the same firm for 40 years, and he's the chief engineer, chief test pilot. He's built everything there. So Walter Extra, a 4-decade career, now with his kids, And this is just a refinement of that effort over the last 4 decades. The classic 330LX steel fuselage, also a very competitive airplane, but the most competitive airplane if you want to win and compete in competition aerobatics is the 330SC. It continues to be the aircraft that gets the best pilots around the world to the podium. Just an absolutely fabulous aircraft, and we will be able to talk to you about any 3 of these aircraft if you come by our booth today at N78 or all week. So we'll be here as the week goes on. We have a few other announcements. We'll be up at AirVenture in Oshkosh, so we look forward to that. We'll be competing at the U.S. Nationals, and the last bullet here, it's just a quick segue, is the World Championships. So the Aerobatic World Championships go all around the globe every year, and we're going to help host that here in the United States. So just to give you a quick segue to that, that's where we're at, Space 78. Come see us. There's a surprise waiting. You'll see this airplane out there. There's a quote, single seat version, which is brand new today. So come out and take a look at that, and we'll talk to you about that. And we'll be happy to answer questions during the exhibit, and I'll be here afterwards. So the World Advanced Aerobatic Championships are in Las Vegas. They are October 24th to November 3rd. We're going to host this just south of the Strip. There's an airport out there called Jean. So we will have pilots from the United States, France, Germany, Canada, Japan, South Africa. We expect over 7 teams, 50 pilots to compete for the World Advanced Aerobatic Championships. Extra's happy to help sponsor this event. And as I just mentioned, this is where it is. If you don't know much about aerobatics, come see us. We fly in a box in the air. You can get scored. There's a quick schedule. And we're always looking for people to come help in Vegas. So come see me. Go to our website at www.wac2023.com if you want to learn more. And again, Jim Williams and Aero-News Network, thank you very much for having extra aircraft with you today. Okay, thank you. And I think we're done. Thank you very much.
Hello. I'm Teresa Demers, Executive Vice President of Lightspeed Aviation, and just get this going here. Sorry. And it is my privilege today to introduce you to the innovation and the vision of Delta Zulu, Lightspeed Aviation's first headset in a new category that we call safety wearables. Delta Zulu is not just the best headset that Lightspeed has ever made, but it's the first product of a completely reimagined generation of headsets that has all of the features you would expect in a premium ANR aviation headset. Plus, it has life-changing and life-saving technologies seamlessly integrated. Technology number 1 is hearing acuity, a hearing aid type technology that compensates for individual hearing loss. We say life-changing technology because we have already heard from pilots who learned they have hearing loss they were unaware of and can now hear ATC much more clearly, which gives them immensely more confidence. How does it do this? Through the Lightspeed app enabled on an iPhone or an iPad, the user takes a hearing test over multiple frequencies and in both ears. That personalized profile is then uploaded from the headset, and from that point on, everything that the pilot or the individual hears will be tailored to their particular hearing acuity. Technology number 2, is the carbon monoxide detection and smart alert system. This is an important feature of the Delta Zulu and is really the magic of the Delta Zulu. This feature, the system is always on and always monitoring as soon as you power the headset on and stands ready to give an audible alert in the presence of unsafe carbon monoxide levels. With Delta Zulu and the carbon monoxide sensing and smart alert systems, pilots can ensure that they will have plenty of time to make decisions that will enable them to avoid a catastrophe in the air. We call it the Safety Wearables Platform because just like the original Zulu led to multiple generations of Zulu headsets over a 15-year period, we believe Delta Zulu is the first of a new generation that will produce a roadmap of exciting safety-related products for the next 15 years. The first of these products is Delta Zulu, and I mentioned the Delta Zulu and the vision of safety wearables. In addition to Delta Zulu making individual pilots safer, it also has an expanded purpose of helping make the aviation community safer. How can a headset make the aviation community safer, you might ask? Well, thanks to this big, bold vision and the embedded technology that is the backbone of Delta Zulu, there's a vast amount of data that can be gathered and analyzed and shared to make the entire aviation community safer. We call this the Personal Safety Data Partnership Program, or PSDPP for short. Every individual that downloads the Lightspeed app is given the opportunity to opt into the PSDPP. The data collected is anonymized and will be shared broadly and generously for the purpose of understanding the characteristics associated with carbon monoxide poisoning in general aviation. Today, for the first time, right here on the Sun and Fun Innovation Preview stage, we are sharing the initial results from the data that Delta Zulu pilots have created so far. While the results are preliminary in nature, they do point to some interesting observations. We have data from approximately 5,000 flights at this point, and what we know so far is that about 3% of those flights had unsafe carbon monoxide levels reported sometime during the flight, and a little less than 1% of those flights had carbon monoxide greater than 70 parts per million at some point during the flight. We don't know exactly what decisions all of these pilots made, but what we do know is that they were equipped with the information to make good decisions and to avoid a potential catastrophe. This slide shows a sample flight, and what you see at the bottom is the graphical representation of data that is similar to what a pilot will see when they have the Lightspeed app open and connected to their headset during a flight. Both the temperature and the carbon monoxide are overlaid with each other, and that's what you see in the bottom portion of this slide. The flight was 1 hour and 7 minutes long, and in this particular flight, 96% of the time, the flight was conducted with carbon monoxide present and a maximum level of 74 parts per million. The flights are also geo-referenced based on the reported home field of the pilot. In the map on the left, you see all the flights that were participants in the data, and on the right, the subset of those flights that had carbon monoxide at some point during their flight. Over the time, this may help to identify particular regions that are especially susceptible. The Safety Wearables Promise fulfills our mission at Lightspeed to create products that protect and save lives. We have developed and will continue to develop technology that helps pilots fly safer. Additionally, we now apply data analytics to help our community be safer through the PSDPP. Please accept our invitation to join the movement, and we hope this gives you a sense of why we believe the Safety Wearables platform and Delta Zulu in particular are so important. It is our belief that this is a foundation of providing critical safety information to pilots in real time, while also providing the excellent ANR comfort and sound quality you expect in a top-of-the-line headset. Come by and see us in Hangar Bravo, booth 60, and to learn more about Delta Zulu or receive future data reports, just go to lightspeedaviation.com and sign up for a newsletter. Thank you, and fly safe.
Afternoon, everyone. I'm Dan Peterson, and extremely proud to represent Super Petrel USA. I do the flying for Super Petrel USA, but I also am a proud owner of a Super Petrel LS and a member of a group of owners that has an unusual love of their aircraft. So imagine my excitement when I present to you the brand new follow-on aircraft to the Super Petrel LS. It's the Super Petrel XP, and it is different. It's very, very different. It may look like the Super Petrel LS that you, if you haven't come to love this airplane, stop by our booth at LD2, and you will soon love the airplane. It looks like it, but it's extremely different. This aircraft was designed from the ground up to house the Rotax 915 IS engine. So there's a corresponding 40% increase in the horsepower of this biplane amphibious offering. So there's supposed to be a video that starts here, and I don't know why it didn't start. Or maybe it did. Here we go. This airplane will be available in the United States this summer. It's well on its way, and all of the different components of the aircraft have gone through flight testing, and it's coming together very nicely. One thing you may notice is a larger hull. It has a lot more buoyancy so that the aircraft with the 915 Rotax engine can enjoy the 1,430-pound takeoff from both the land and the water. It has retractable landing gear, of course, and it's now electrically actuated, electrically initiated, hydraulically actuated. It has reduced the moving parts in this aircraft by 40%. So that's an incredible accomplishment. And it's all at the same gross weight, empty weight, as the current Super Petrel LS. So a unbelievable accomplishment by the great engineer and Rodrigo Skoda in Brazil who have made this. The wing has been completely redesigned. The fabric is gone. There is no more fabric. It is all composite material on the aircraft with the integrated LED light system on the wingtips. Truly a beautiful, beautiful aircraft. It's a one-piece canopy as opposed to the current offering that you're going to see at LD2, Lima Delta 2, is the Super Petrel LS version, and the XP will come in with the one-piece one-piece canopy that offers unparalleled comfort and visibility for its occupants. 5-bladed propeller on the back. There's the canopy that's going up, and then also the front structure of the airplane is weight-bearing, so the passenger and the pilot can get out after beaching the aircraft through the front of the aircraft. Whole new fuel system designed in the aircraft, and it really is an aircraft that has been redesigned all around the 915, and all the components were taken a good look at using the legacy Super Petrel and 20 years of experience on the aircraft. We're extraordinarily excited to get our first delivery this summer. So go to superpetrelusa.com and schedule a demo ride. It's going to be a fantastic experience for you. And the team at Skoda in Brazil are applauding us, but we really should be applauding them. It's going to be a fantastic aircraft. So I'm proud to introduce this aircraft to you here at Sun and Fun. Again, Dan Peterson. We are at LD2, Lima Delta 2, and look forward to talking to you about this fantastic aircraft. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Scott Ashton, president of Aerox Aviation Oxygen Systems. We're here exhibiting in Hangar A, and I look forward to seeing all of you at the booth this afternoon. One of my missions when I purchased our Aerox 3 years ago has been to educate pilots on the dangers of hypoxia and to raise awareness of what hypoxia can do to pilots in flight. I've been able to use my background as a CFI, fast team rep, and a pilot to use our platform to inform and educate that in fact merely following the requirements of 91.211 regarding oxygen use at altitude will not keep you safe. In addition, we've created the tagline of Oxygen Made Easy because we want oxygen to be immediately accessible and easy to use for all pilots in the cockpit. One of the requirements that's come out from our customers since the age of Instagram and YouTube is that it's also got to be functional and good looking as well. We've come to believe that the standard cannulas that that come with oxygen kits can be a barrier to using oxygen, and we wanted to address that with a new product that we've developed called the Boomula. The Boomula is good looking, easy to use, and universal. What makes it unique is it's a universal cannula that uses our OxySaver pendant, so you can use it with any oxygen system, portable or installed. It mounts to nearly any headset, and what makes it unique is that we've got an innovative Bose A20 mount that you can see here that mounts right to the headset using a hard mount instead of the traditional stick-on. We include the stick-on in case you don't have a Bose A20 for universal applications. Basically, you just install the Boomula onto your headset, install it into your existing flow meter, and go. It's conserving, so it uses the Aerox OxySaver pendant system. And it's oxygen made easy. It's always there when you need it. You can flip it up out of the way as you descend. When you need it, you flip it down, turn it on, and it's there.
It's toxic to fly hypoxic. Even at 8,000 feet, low blood oxygen saturation can dull your skills, bringing on fatigue and slower reaction times. Smart pilots want their oxygen close at hand, so they're never impaired. That's why Aerox is proud to introduce the Boomula, the first headset-mounted oxygen-conserving cannula designed to make hypoxia impairment obsolete. If you're wearing your headset, then you've got your oxygen. The Boomula easily attaches to any headset and also includes a unique hard mount specifically designed for the Bose A20. It's the world's first conserving cannula system that utilizes the Aerox OxySaver pendant and can be used with almost any portable or installed oxygen system. Just connect your existing flow meter and go. Take a look at the breakthrough that makes oxygen impairment obsolete, keeping your skills sharp and you safe on every flight. Great looking and easy to use. It's what you expect from Aerox, where oxygen is always made easy. Find the Boomula at leading Aerox distributors or at aerox.com. Aerox, #1 in oxygen.
So I'm actually going to skip ahead because we do have a little bit of late breaking news that I want to announce here. We are giving a seminar on Thursday, my second seminar on it's toxic to be hypoxic, what your CFI never taught you about using aviation oxygen. But today our big announcement is a new acquisition. So as many of you know, we acquired SkyOx Oxygen Systems last year. This was a great acquisition for us and for our customers because it came at a time of great supply chain disruption. Post-acquisition, we were able to leverage our new scale and re-energize the SkyOx product line, solve the supply chain issues through some Aerox synergies, and begin delivering systems again to the marketplace. Today, I'm pleased to be announcing our next acquisition with the announcement of an executed letter of intent to purchase the therapeutic and aviation oxygen product lines of O2 Corporation in Wichita, Kansas. This acquisition will allow us to continue our strategy to provide highly engineered systems to OEMs, completion centers, and end users. We expect the transaction to close by mid-May. And as Aerox continues to build our oxygen system integration capabilities for aerospace customers, the acquisition of the O2 Corporation product line will fill an important gap in providing complete systems to our customers. We'll have more information available on this announcement in a written release to go out later today. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Shane Woodson with uAvionix. I'm the Vice President of Sales and Customer Experience. And What we're here today, we're at Sun and Fun, and Sun and Fun has definitely brought the sun, and we hope to bring the fun. So, for those who aren't familiar with uAvionix, over the past several years, uAvionix has positioned itself as a leader in aviation safety and avionics for the industry. We started early in 2015 with our avoid and detect for the unmanned systems, and quickly moved into a revolutionary product called Sky Beacon and Tail Beacon, which at this current time has eclipsed and put us in place of the #2 manufacturer for ADS-B safety solutions. In 2019, we acquired a company and entered the avionics panel displays, and then in 2021, based on the recent requirements for space-based ADS-B, we did the Tail Beacon X transponder, and then currently we're just continuing to drive and serve the GA and UAS industry. So Sky Beacon, for those who aren't familiar, this is the world's only wingtip mounted ADS-B solution, and what we're here today is to announce that we've taken a look and we've listened to the customers to bring Sky Sensor TSO, and so taking and making Sky Sensor that companion nav light, where we're going to it's going to be a full TSO solution where you'll have the TSO nav light, the position anti-collision strobe, and then we'll add the added safety benefits of a dual band ADS-B receiver, and then the static pressure sensor and integrated GPS and antenna. This will complete the look on many people's airplanes so that they can actually take and now have a Sky Beacon and Sky Sensor that has the same similar look. And carrying on kind of through our connected cockpit and connecting everything that flies, you'll see where Sky Sensor will feed through to our AV link and provide traffic information to the AV30 display panel, and then you can also take and visualize the traffic, because Sky Sensor is an open GDL 90 form, and so what it will do is it Wi-Fi's to any EFB app that can support that. So it's open on the Wi-Fi, and you've got a full opportunity out there to visualize that on the AV30 and EFBs to receive that live traffic. And so here at uAvionix, we're here at booth A88 for the uAvionix booth. We also have a support tent out at N64. We are offering a show special here, so come by and see us to see the full lineup of aviation products that we have. We have solutions for our unmanned, for our general aviation, and we'd like to see you to come out and see us and give you a quick demonstration. So thank you very much, and you all have a great day.
Good afternoon. What a great showing it has been this morning of all the many friends and companies that are sharing the new stuff for 2023, and I'm thrilled to be here as a part of that. I'm Scott Severin, the owner of U.S. Sport Planes. We're the importer to North America for Jabiru Aircraft Party Limited. Jabiru Aircraft in Australia manufactures light sport aircraft and aircraft kits, and has been the last many years manufacturing a 4-seat kit, which has not been into the United States, and we're really excited to start bringing that into the United States now. We get asked a lot, what is a Jabiru, aside from being a very roomy and rugged aircraft, and there it is right there. A wonderful, graceful bird, much like the aircraft. We're located in Dallas-Fort Worth, just about 20 nautical miles north of Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, in the center of the country. And we also have a build center for our kits that's located just south of Nashville, Tennessee, Ariane Aircraft in Shelbyville, Tennessee. The parent company, Jabiru, is located in Bundaberg, Australia, which is on the east side of the continent. Jabiru, unique in the aviation industry, manufactures not only the aircraft but also the engine. And the primary engine that's popular around the world is the 6-cylinder, 120 horsepower direct drive air-cooled engine. That's the Jabiru engine. The company is about 35 years old now, founded in 1988, and the Jabiru aircraft have been designed as a touring cross-country aircraft. There are over 2,000 aircraft flying worldwide, and over 7,500 engines have been sold. Jabiru manufactures certified aircraft that are certified in Australia to the CASA standards and accepted to the ASTM standards for the light sport aircraft here in the United States. They're all composite aircraft, primarily FRP fiberglass. The model lines for Jabiru aircraft are the 100 series, which is an ultralight in much of Europe and other parts of the country by the ultralight definition. The 200 series, which is a 3-door, 2-seat model, which is where the light sport aircraft for the United States falls into, and the J400 series, which is the 3-door, 4-seat aircraft, which is what we're here to talk about today. Just as a side note, the light sport models, the J200 series, shares the same fuselage, wings, landing gear, tail section, and engine as the 400 4-seat kit. It makes it very popular for many of the light sport enthusiasts that want that extra room. Just the light sport doesn't have the rear seats installed, and so it's configured as a 2-speed aircraft to fit into the light sport market in the United States. It seemed to me that in the United States there was a void in the kit market for an economical, quick-build 4-seat aircraft, and so we started importing the aircraft here to the United States. It's a pretty roomy airplane, actually. You can fit kids in the back, and like any good 4-place airplane, 4 giant adults probably won't fit in it, but 3 good-sized adults will certainly. Here you can see some of the basic specifications, and one of the nice things about this 4-seat aircraft is it has 3 human-sized doors. Makes it easy to get in and out of the back seat area that you can fill with people or other cargo. One of our customers was so thrilled with how roomy the airplane was, he wanted to make sure that he got a hangar large enough to fit the hangar, to fit his airplane. I think he succeeded. You can see here some of the basic specifications of the aircraft. I won't bore you with a bunch of details, but what is probably as interesting as anything is an empty weight of 825 to 850 pounds, a mean takeoff weight or a gross weight of 1,675 pounds, which leaves you a useful load of 825 to 850 pounds. Again, using the 6-cylinder, 120 horsepower engine, and you're getting about a knot per horsepower. The aircraft cruises at about 120 knots true, burning about 6.5 gallons per hour. The Jabiru aircraft are used commercially around the planet. The Botswana Wildlife and the national parks have 6 Jabiru 430 engines that they use in their anti-poaching and wildlife conservation efforts. The 430 was designed to compete pretty directly with the Cessna 172, performances in between a 172 and a 182. A lot of people fly not only with their family, their human family, but also their furry family on board. On the left, you can see many pictures. There on the bottom left are my dogs and myself flying. Zoe and Lucy, they're 70 and 80 pound doodles. The biggest problem I have with them is getting them out of the aircraft. I have to take treats to get them out. They love flying. We also use mutt muffs, although they're not pictured here. There you see the giraffe. I don't mean to infer that the airplane is so roomy that a giraffe could fit in back. Clearly the giraffe came out of the front seat. She's the pilot. We also, many of our customers put more than just people in cargo. If you don't fit the back seats into the aircraft, you can put in your bicycles, hay. We're working with hand controls for the aircraft because there's room to stow a wheelchair in the airplane. Dang, how did that picture of our twin engine 4-seat aircraft get into this mix? I'm so sorry. The kit is a very quick build, 600 to 800 hour kit. You can see it's very, all the components are built, small layup processes. You can fit the rear seats or not. We're proud to be Garmin OEM manufacturers are putting in their avionics into our aircraft. You can see us here at the end of the exhibit Hangar B. Our spaces are space 56 and 67. Come by and take a look at the Jabiru aircraft. Thanks so much.
Well, guess what? I get to play tail end Charlie here. We are done. I wanted to thank, first of all, Gene Conrad's exceptional staff and volunteers for putting this together on their side. I can't tell you how much fun we've had working with them and how professional their conduct has been throughout. Also thank my staff, Aero-News Network, our airborne teams, the Aeropreneur team, Sport Plane Resource Guide, all those folks, Nathan Cremasino in particular for running this whole shebang. Annie on the camera, my wife telling everybody, hey, time up, buddy, get out of here. She's holding up the time is up sign on me right now. But in no uncertain terms, we've had a great time doing this. It's been very experimental. It's the first time we've done something in this setting. We've learned a lot from the process. We're looking forward to coming back next year, bigger, badder, better, the whole bit. But more important than anything else, helping aviation show its best face, put its best foot forward, and most important, just inspire. Aviation is wonderful. These are 25 reasons why it is. Thank you so much. Good day.
Vantage is Avidyne's family of all-new flight display systems for retrofit and forward-fit applications. Initial certification will be Vantage 12, retrofit glass for legacy Cirrus aircraft. Vantage 12 brings advanced capabilities and adds new life to Cirrus aircraft, including large 12-inch diagonal hybrid touchscreen displays, 3D synthetic vision, and split-screen capabilities. Additional Vantage programs will be announced in the future.
It's toxic to fly hypoxic. Smart pilots want their oxygen close at hand, so they're never impaired. That's why Aerox is proud to introduce the Boomula, the first headset-mounted oxygen-conserving cannula designed to make hypoxia impairment obsolete. The Boomula easily attaches to any headset and can be used with almost any portable or installed oxygen system. Find the Boomula at leading Aerox distributors or at aerox.com.
Calculating carbon monoxide.
Unbridled passion, unequaled performance, unlimited possibilities.
Hartzell Aviation, you are cleared for takeoff.
Introducing Hartzell Aviation, leading general aviation companies united by the Hartzell guiding principle of built on honor, a commitment to uphold the highest standards in quality, performance, and support. Hartzell Propeller, Hartzell Engine Tech, Hartzell Aerospace Welding. We are Hartzell Aviation.
Now boarding at hartzellaviation.com.
We're really looking forward to seeing you live and in person at Sun and Fun in Florida.
Now, if you can't join us in Florida, we have some great deals for you that you can take advantage of right from your home.
You can take 23% off any King Schools course from right now through April 6th. Just go to our website, kingschools.com, and use the code word FLY.